Hi and welcome. It is wonderful to be here again. Quick question. How do you guys think I'm doing? I was just thinking about this literally right before I started this series and live recording again. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I don't have a name for my show. I don't have a name for the channel. It's just Tammy Adams, you know? It's like, yeah, I'm intuitive, I'm a healer, I'm a life coach, I do lectures and seminars around the world. I do all these things, but I can't think of a name that just sticks. So I'm still working on that, so be patient with me. This is really exciting. I actually did come up with 3 actual names, to be honest with you. So I'm doing the Mini, Miny, Mo, like, you know, my 6-year-old's like going with me and she's all, Mom, I really like this one. And she goes, but you know, I really like this one. So, and then I have my assistant giving me a different advice, then my husband giving me different advice, then my 23-year-old son giving me different. So it's making me feel like I'm spinning when I'm going through this. So it was almost settled, but not yet. But soon I will have a name and it will be confirmed and stamped and solid. But for today, we're going to be continuing to talk about forgiveness like I promised we were going to talk about. 3 main steps to forgiveness. And we are going to be talking about that in a moment. First of all, how are you feeling? How are you doing? How are you enjoying the show? Is this benefiting you? Does it give you inspiration? Does it give you little tidbits of help that you need throughout your day or whatever it may be? Because when I think of this, and even when I've been on YouTube or even on the computer, when I look for information, before I even started this series, I'm going to tell you something what made me do this. Before I even started this series, God knows I'm telling the truth. I researched, what are the most popular things? How do you do this? What do you do? And I sat there, I didn't take a lot of time. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't spend a lot of time with technology. Everyone that knows me knows I'm not that kind of person. I didn't find anything out there that was beneficial. You know, forgive me, maybe I didn't know how to type it in properly, but if I looked up how to get rid of negativity, it didn't pop up. I looked in how to work on forgiveness. It didn't type in. I'm looking up these exact titles of what I'm doing and what I'm talking about and what has been suggested from all of you. And I'm taking your guys' advice. And I'm like, great. You know, like this one person, well, several people have emailed me and said they want to talk about forgiveness because people have a lot of hang-ups. You know, they hang it up in their closet and they leave that anger. They hang it up in their closet and they leave that lack of trust. Seriously, guys. Seriously, we're going to keep destroying our lives. We're going to wait till we're 78 years old. Maybe we'll wait till we're 93. Yeah, I don't think so. That's a waste of time. Come on. We got to change this. Change the vibe and be happy and be joyful and live and love and have fun and be free, right? You're the one who has to cut those ties. So here's the tidbits and the tools and the tips and everything that you need. You ready? Pay attention. Don't forget, you could always rewind, play, rewind, play. Number 1, first tip, focusing on writing. You're going to be writing down the things that have caused blockages, interference, things that have stopped you from loving, living, being happy. Like I mentioned last week, was it because you were molested? Was it because you were abused? Was it because you were given up for adoption? What was it that happened that made you so sad and has given you such heavy tears and a heavy heart? Write that down. Write that down. That's tip number 1. Okay? Ready? Tip number 2, making for sure that you allow yourself to talk about it. Talk to the person at the coffee shop. Talk to the person that you're going to lunch with. Talk to someone that you're talking to, a good friend over the phone. Express. Expression is such a huge movement. You know, we go to therapists, we go to psychologists, but we often forget that when we communicate to more people, and I've learned this and I give this to every one of my clients, and you're getting it for free. I tell them, the more you talk about it, the more it's going to be healed. The more you talk about it, the more you're going to be able to speak about it. Abuse, neglect, closure is not a good thing. Do you think your guardian angel sitting there saying, oh yay, my person's sitting there and they're just totally depressed? No, we're here to be happy. So, number 1, writing. Number 2, talking. Number 3, taking an action, right? Whether it's sitting there and talking to someone that's also depressed, whether it's sitting there and talking to someone that's even allowed themselves to be in that same negative situation, whatever it was, whether it was molestation, it doesn't matter. You know, I talk about that only because I have my nonprofit, so I talk a lot about abuse. Bottom line is, when you think of all the negative experiences that you've been through, take an action. Go out there and be proactive. Show that you've allowed yourself to take it out of the closet and show it to the world. Watch and see how you start changing. It will be your mind will blow with excitement and joy. So, there's your 3 steps. Next week, we're going to be talking about something completely different. Don't forget to subscribe here at the Tammy Adams Show. That's what we'll call it right now until next time, until I stamp it. Talk to you soon. Bye.